computer. All right, here we are today, Seattle Prep. We're going to do some neck stretches, some standing poses, and then we'll take it on down to the floor and do some things to help strengthen and stabilize the SI joints and the low back. It's a little bit of everything today. We'll take a moment just to connect to whatever we're sitting on. So I personally love to sit on a cushion. Yeah, I sit on a bolster. And what that helps with is getting your hips a little bit higher than your knees. And so that we're not rounding the low back and kind of slouching down. We want to be forward a little bit on our sitting bones and feel that nice length at the low back. The other thing that supports length at the low back is to draw your belly in a bit. Core supports the low back. And we'll just take a moment. If it feels comfortable enough where you're at to close your eyes, please do. Otherwise, maybe you just cast them downward at one point. And we'll allow ourselves to breathe here. Notice our breath. Perhaps this is the first time today that you've taken any time to notice your breath. What's the quality of the breath? Does it feel shallow or deep? Smooth or choppy? Short breath or long breath, just notice. Is it warm or cool? And keeping our awareness on our breath, we'll draw our right ear to our right shoulder and reach our right hand up for the left side of the head. And just take a few moments to very, very slow and gently look down and up a bit. And you might notice somewhere along the way a good place to stretch. And then we'll reach the left fingertips toward the floor, or if you're sitting on a chair, you could reach your fingertips underneath the chair seat. And then notice our breath here. And gently release that side. Let your head level for a breath or two. Hands on your lap. And then left ear to left shoulder. We'll reach with our left hand for the right side of our head. And maybe very gently look down and look up like a very slow nod of the head. And then reach those right fingertips toward the earth or the bottom of the chair. And notice our breath here. And then we'll release that side. Place our hands on our lap and sit for a moment. And then just do some shoulder rolls. So shoulders come up by the ears, back and down. And then one at a time. You hear all that crunch, 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 pop, pop, pop. That's definitely my scenario. And then we'll go the other direction. So it's like the shoulders are coming forward. And do circles that way. And then one at a time. Notice, is it more awkward to go this way? Certainly is for me. Just notice if that's true for you. And then we'll reach our arms up and interlace our fingers behind our head. Push our head into our hands and really open the shoulders. So we want our chin to kind of come down and push the head straight back. And continue to wiggle the shoulders down away from your ears. So you might feel the bottoms of your shoulder blades here as you push your head into the hands and open the elbows nice and wide. We'll take a few breaths here. Keep pushing the head into the hands and begin to twist to the left. As you push the head into the hands, you should feel your left shoulder blade. Draw your belly in. And then back to center and twist slightly to the right here, pushing the head into the hands. Shoulders down, belly in. And come back to center and bring your elbows toward you and chin toward the chest. So we're stretching the back of the neck here, and then look to the left. Chin to chest and look to the right. And chin to chest. And then release your hands, reach your arms wide. Place your left hand down, your right arm reaches up and over, start to spin the heart up, and then grab your own head with that right hand kind of toward the back of the head. Gaze up under that right arm. And then we'll start to bend the left elbow. So we're really stretching open the right side body and spinning the heart up. And then all the way up and over to the other side. Grabbing hold of the back of the head here, spinning the heart up, gaze is up. And then beginning to bend that right elbow. Breathing into the left side body. And then all the way back up. And then something that's very simple that we can do often at our desk or any place, reach behind your back for opposite wrists or elbows, whatever you can reach, wrists, elbows, forearms, whatever works, and feel the shoulders come back. So this is really drawing the heads of our humerus, not so funny, back into the anatomical alignment, right? So typically our shoulders are rounded forward because of computers and just what we do for work. We're often rounding our shoulders forward. So this can feel like a stretch for some of us at the front of the shoulders. But this is more anatomically aligned of where the shoulder and the heads of the humerus should be. Or I don't like the word should, could be. And then we'll change the cross of the arm, so other arm on top. And taking a few breaths here. And just noticing, can you draw your belly in? If your forearms are there by your low back, can you feel how when you draw the belly in, it supports the low back? Great. And then we'll release our right arm, but we'll keep our left forearm at our low back. And we'll bring our right arm up. And so the elbow is pointing straight up. The forearm is right there so we can lean the head back into it. So try to press your left arm down. So you're lengthening your low back. It's kind of right there at the bottom of your waist. And begin to lean back into the right arm some. So it feels as if your heart could lift, but your belly is really drawing in. So it's not much of a movement, but it might feel pretty potent to some of us. And we'll release that side. We'll bring our right forearm there at our low back, kind of pushing down as our left arm reaches up, patting our back, elbow is straight up, and we'll lean back into that left forearm as we push the low back down, lengthening there, and draw the ribs and belly in. Great, and then we'll release that side and twist to the left. So as we twist, our right hand might touch the left knee, sitting up nice and tall. Our left hand might touch the floor behind you or the cushion or chair that you're sitting on. And then we'll unwind and twist to the right. Great, and then we'll unwind and we'll come over onto our hands and knees. And as we come over onto our hands and knees, we'll do a few little cow and cat moves. So inhale into our cow shape and exhale into cat. So inhaling, we're kind of a sway back, and then exhale, we're really rounding the back. And we'll stay for an inhale there in cat. And exhale back. Inhale here. Exhale, cat. Stay for the inhale. And exhale back to cow. Few more times, just like that. One more round. Inhale here in cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Toes are tucked under. Downward facing dog. So here in down dog, we'll really bring our shoulders away from our ears, engage through the fronts of our thighs. Chest goes toward the thighs. Sitting bones go up in the air, and breathe. We'll engage the front of our thighs, so it's like we're gonna lift our knees up. And then we'll walk ourselves forward where our feet come toward our hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up, inhale. And palms pass through the heart, mountain pose. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Root down through your left foot, your right knee lifts. And then we'll fly it back. Arms go out to either side. Land the right foot down. Straighten your arms up overhead, straighten your legs. Shine your ribs forward. Bend your front knee, just the front knee, and cactus the arms. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend the front knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and cactus. Now keep the front knee bent, but lift the arms up. Warrior one. Take a few breaths here. And then straighten the front leg. Maybe your hands go to your thigh or your shin, or you can frame the front foot. Couple more breaths. And then frame that front foot, downward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears. Engaging the front of the quads. And we'll look forward. Walk our hands and feet together. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise all the way up. And palms to the heart. And then lift your left knee up. And fly the left leg back. Arms out to either side. Land the foot down. Both arms and legs are straight. Reach up overhead. Kind of square your ribs forward. And then bend the front knee and cactus the arms. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend just the front knee, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, cactus and bend. Keep the front knee bent. Reach the arms up. Warrior one. Few breaths here. And then straighten the front leg. Maybe you have your hand to your thigh or your shin, or frame the front foot. And breathe. And then palms down. Downward facing dog. And then we'll walk our feet to our hands again. Halfway lift on the inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Rise all the way up. And palms to the heart. And then we'll turn to face the long edge of the mat. So we'll step our feet quite wide and the toes will point forward. So it might be if you put your arms out, your feet would be under your wrists or your hands. Yeah. And then we'll turn the right toes to the right. Bend just the front knee, that right knee, and then look over the front hand. So this is warrior two. Taking a few breaths here. And then straighten that leg, turn it back to face forward. Left toes face out to the left. Bend just that left knee, arms out, warrior two. And then straightening that leg, turning both feet to face forward. We'll fold forward maybe to our fingertips or forearms or forehead. Let's see what works. We'll halfway lift. Turn our heels in, toes out, hands to our thighs, get the butt down. And the weight comes back and the arms come up, goddess pose. And star. Feet turn to face forward. Right toes turn out to face the right. Straighten the right leg for triangle pose. Place your hand maybe just below your knee. You might gaze up. Bend the knee. And then turn that foot to face forward. Turn the left toes to face out to the left. Straighten both legs. Triangle pose. Hand might come just below the knee. And then coming up. And we'll heel toe, heel toe, heel toe the feet together. We'll root down through the left foot. We'll bring our right heel to the ankle. And then maybe scoot it up just below the knee. Tree pose. Arms might reach up. And then the right foot comes down. And then left heel comes to the ankle. Or you might scoot it up. Tree pose. Arms might reach up. And then we'll have both feet come down. And here we'll come onto our backs. So as we come onto our backs, we might have block or a pillow. Either way would work. We'll just have it handy. We'll start with our knees bent and our feet on the ground here. And we'll begin just with a very gentle windshield wiper of our legs, side to side. And just notice what you feel. It's very different for everyone. And notice your feet can be as wide as is comfortable for you. So for me, that would be the edge of the mat. For other people, it would be just hip distance or a little beyond hip distance. Yeah. So just be with what feels comfortable enough. The next time your knees are over to the right, we'll keep them there and draw the belly in. And notice, can that left knee go toward the earth? Just a little. Belly draws in. Notice what you feel. Do you feel the back of your hip? Do you feel the front of your hip? Do you feel your IT band, your thigh? What do you feel on that left side, if anything? And what do you feel on the right, if anything? And breathe. And then we'll let the knees come over to the left. And take a few breaths there. Draw your belly in. And can that right knee go toward the earth a little? And what do you feel? Where do you feel the stretch, if anywhere? On the right. And what sensation, if any, do you feel on the left? And now with your feet as wide as comfortable for you, we'll bring the right ankle on the left knee, right ankle on the left knee. And then both legs will go over to the left. So that might mean that your right foot comes down to the floor. Draw your belly in and notice what you feel on your right side, the right side waist, the right hip, the right thigh. What do you feel? And then keep the figure 4 and bring the legs back up. So left leg, foot is flat, knee is up, right ankle, left knee. Now heel toe the left foot out to the left a little and allow both of your legs to come down to the right. So it's very much like what we were just doing, but now we have the extra weight of that right ankle on the left knee. Draw the belly in, see what sensation you might feel as that left knee goes toward the earth. Slowly come back to center. Release the legs and just stay for a few moments with your knees toward one another and your feet as wide that is comfortable for you in your body. And if you're like me and you reach above your head for opposite arms, maybe change the cross of the arm, other arm on top. And then left ankle, right knee. And both legs will slowly go down to the right, which might mean that your left foot goes to the floor. Draw the belly in and notice any sensation there at the left side body, low back, hip, thigh. What do you feel? And then back to center. Our right foot is flat, right knee is straight up. Left ankle is on the right knee. You might heel toe the right foot out and then allow both knees to come down to the left, drawing that right knee toward the earth. Draw your belly in. And then release that side. Both feet flat, knees bent, knees come toward each other for a few breaths. And then if our arms are up overhead, grabbing opposite elbows, we'll release our arms, bring them down by our sides, straighten our legs, and maybe place your hands on the front of your hip bones here. Squeeze just the right side of your butt, your glutes, then the left. Let go right only. Let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left. Let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left. Let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left. Let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left. Let go right, let go left. Squeeze right, squeeze left. Let go right, let go left. Now squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Squeeze left, squeeze right, let go left, let go right. Now, squeeze right, squeeze left, let go left, let go right. Squeeze right, squeeze left, let go left, let go right. Squeeze right, squeeze left, let go left, let go right. Squeeze right, squeeze left, let go left, let go right. Now squeeze left, squeeze right, let go right, let go left, squeeze left, squeeze right, let go right, let go left, squeeze left, squeeze right, let go right, let go left, squeeze left, Squeeze right, let go right, let go left. Now, bend your right knee and draw that right leg up to the sky. Left knee can be bent or the leg can be straight, whatever feels useful to you. We'll take the right leg out to the right, flex the foot, draw the leg back to center, point the toe, take it across the body to the left, flex the foot, lift the leg, point the toe, take it right, flex the foot, lift the leg, point the toes, take it left, flex the foot, lift it up, point the toes, take it right, flex the foot, lift it up, point the toes, take it left, flex the foot, lift it up, point the toes. Now start small circles. Really small, really slow circles. Draw your belly in. See if the belly can help stabilize your pelvis. And then start doing a little bit bigger, medium circles. And then large circles. And then large circles the other direction. Medium circles. Small circles. And then half happy baby with this right leg. Couple more breaths here. Then release that leg and lift the left leg up to the sky. Take the leg out to the left. Flex the foot. Lift it up. Point the toe. Take it right. Flex the foot. Lift it up. Point the toe. Take it left. Flex the foot. Lift it up. Point the toe. Take it right. Excuse me. Flex the foot. Lift it up. Point the toe. Take it left. Flex the foot. Lift it up. Point the toe. Excuse me. To the right. Flex the foot. Lift it up. Point the toe. I'm allergic to this pose, apparently. We'll start with small circles. And then medium circles. And then large, slow circles. And then large, slow circles the other direction. Medium. And then small. And half happy baby on this left side. And then we'll grab that pillow or block or bolster, whatever you have, and place it between your legs. Legs are up, knees are bent. You can reach above your head for opposite elbows. Draw your belly in. Take your knees slightly to the right and then toward you and away from you. Back to center, inhale. Take them slightly to the left, toward you and away from you. Back to center, slightly to the right, toward you, away from you. Back to center, slightly left, toward you, away from you. Back to center, slightly right, toward you, away from you. Back to center, slightly left, toward you, away from you. Back to center and all the way over to the right. Legs come down. Left arm comes out to the left. Drawing the belly in and up here. Allowing some stability for the twist in the low back. And then back to center. And all the way over to the left. Right arm out to the right. Belly draws in to lengthen and support the low back. And then we'll slowly Take the pillow or block out, come back to center, and then we'll grab the yoga tune-up balls or whatever you have, tennis balls work. And if you're using the larger size like I am, you might just use one ball. If you have the medium or small, you might use both balls in the vertical way. So they'd be straight up and down and you'd place them in that vertical way on the right side of the low back. Since these are the larger balls, I'm just using one ball there at the right side of the low back in pretty close to the spine. And then just that gentle windshield wiper of the legs. And you'll probably find a spot that's tender here. They're not too hard to find in the low back, sadly. So we'll have a spot that feels tender, but not so bad that we can't breathe. So you get to direct the pressure. The more the knees go to the right, the more pressure will come onto that ball. And so if it's too much, knees can stay straight up or even slightly to the left. When you find a good spot, you might even lift the right knee up, put it on the left, right ankle, left knee. Figure 4, right ankle, left knee, and then both legs might be going slightly to the right. And that's probably a good amount of pressure for most of us. And we'll just breathe here. And then, my dears, we'll come back to center if we're leaning one way or the other, and take the ball or balls slightly to the right, slightly to the right. So we're just getting a little bit more into some of the deeper muscles there. We've got the muscles that run parallel to the spine, erector spinae muscle group they're called, and there's 3 of them. And they're pretty next to the spine, and then they go out a little bit more and go out a little bit more. So we're touching on those. But even more, we're targeting this muscle called quadratus lumborum, or QL. And it's responsible for a lot of back pain. It's the muscle that we use to hike our hip. So with that said, imagine you're putting groceries or a baby on your hip. You might do that motion a little bit with this right hip, which looks like the knee is wagging, yeah? And just see if kind of wagging that knee a little bit using the motion from the hips gets in a good spot. And if you find a good spot, you might just stay still and breathe there. And then we'll come back to center and we'll move the balls just slightly again to the right. And here you might notice that you're going to lean a little bit to the right to get any pressure, and then that would be fine. And again, we might do that hip hiking motion that looks like we're kind of moving from the knee, but we're initiating the movement from the hips. And when you find a good spot, just rest there. Rest might not be the right word, but breathe there. How about that? Breathe. And then we'll come back to center. We'll remove the balls. We'll place that pillow or bolster or block between the knees again and twist once more to the left. So in essence, we're stretching now the muscles that we were just rolling here at the low back. You might draw your belly in and imagine taking your hip away from your waist. And then coming back to center. We'll take a few breaths just with our knees bent and feet flat here. Just noticing what you feel. You might wiggle your hips a little side to side. And then the balls go in that vertical way, or just using one ball right in next to the spine on that left side of the low back. And here, we'll start with just both feet down and a very gentle windshield wiper. And we'll just feel into where we need to be here in order to have enough pressure where you feel some sensation and you can breathe, but not so much that you're clenching your jaw or you find your muscles kind of fighting, resisting the pressure. So I'm real sore on this side. I'm not going to bring my left ankle to my right knee just yet, but that is an option. We'll just see if maybe the knees can go a little to the left. And then we'll move the balls a little bit more to the left and left ankle, right knee. And then maybe we have our knees come to the left a little, and maybe we even kind of hike that hip, or maybe all of that's too much and you just want to stay still, and that's perfectly fine. And you don't have to have the ankle on the knee either if you're sore. Maybe it feels better just to have both knees come over to the left. And then drawing the balls a little bit more to the left one last time, leaning our weight a little more that direction, and breathe. You can do that hip hike action or stay still.
And then
we'll release the balls out and we'll get that pillow or whatever you're using to be placed between the knees as we twist to the right. We'll imagine taking that left hip down away from the waist just a little. And then we'll come slowly back to center. The last spot for the balls are on either side of the sacrum. Either side of the sacrum. And then we'll see if we can just lift our legs up. Now, if you don't have the balls, you could put a pillow or a book or a block under your sacrum. We'll just take a few breaths here in this restorative pose. You could shimmy your hips side to side a little bit here. And then just come to some stillness for another few breaths. And then we'll slowly bend our knees, place our feet down, remove what's ever under our sacrum, and just stay a few breaths like this. And then we'll slowly make our way, perhaps to one side for a breath or two. And then up to a seat. We'll place our palms to our heart. And in the spirit of peace, we say Shanti. Shalom, Salam, Amani, Maluhia, Irini, Shiakan, Jam, Pache, pause. In the spirit of our collective liberation and honoring the many paths to the truth, we say Ashe, Amin, Amen, blessed be, Kapu Aloha, in Lakach, Satnam, Namaste, Mitakuyasan, Black Lives Matter.